Ba 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 ba. Boom. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the stream. It is Friday. I'm sorry. I've been I've been reading all day. My brain's somewhere else. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna get right after it. We're gonna be starting getting our Butterboom. I think that's what it's called. It's this. We shoot kernels of popcorn that explode and do great damage. I don't want to mess around trying to make a new gun build. Also, I did see Moxie's build. Magnifique. Great. But we're going to try to make a pistol-specific build because there's so many awesome pistols. Also, people, I think, want to get back at Cold Snap, and I wonder if we can find a way to do that. But we are predominantly going to be getting Butterboom or trying to get a lot of pistol legendaries. Oh, shit. Don't crash on me. Don't crash on me. But, yes. Should be a good time. I don't know how much. I think we'll be good. I'm worried that we're not having our one build. Our mage build, because that's just fast and like kind of zippy, but yes, also maybe not sticky. It's not too sticky. Just do impact. Although I think I can down ourselves accidentally. Maybe this build, well, I have to aim, which is abnormal. Usually spells are just crazy. Once you get to sniper gun builds, question mark? The only thing with that is that there's a problem in the base foundation of sniper builds that there's no way to repair your mag. There's kind of a way, there's like a skill that you can kind of get, but it just doesn't seem like a good option, like a option, but not a good option. But yeah. Also, I don't know, I would like the idea of making an all kind of build, but I don't know, I feel like when you make an everything build, you kind of make, well, I think there's always an exception to that, like Moxie's build, which seems pretty good, but really good. But yeah, but again, to me, I don't know, right now, I really, like, I picked up this gun, and it's one of the, like, newest legendary, things from the DLC, and again, you can use anything else, I'll give you guys multiple choices, of course, but this one, to me, just seems fun, like, it shoots out kernels, and they just spew out in a bunch of little tiny ricochets. The AoE is pretty good. It also doesn't do too much damage to you, which is nice. Also, we're apparently getting more crystals doing the featured run. By the way, again, I think I mentioned it beforehand, but Thursday's hotfix patch was basically nothing. It was just like a bunch of bug fixes within like clipping within certain areas, but it was no like rebalancing. Just to let you guys know. But the problem with snipers, I would love to do that, but there's no way to repair your magazine. So same thing with rocket launchers. Rocket launcher would be so sick. Rocket launcher build. I would love making both of those. And those fuckers haven't given us the cut purse, man. Sucks. Because yeah, I do think it would be a viable thing to build, but there's no way to repair your get ammunition back, you know. And that's a damn shame. But when that happens, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be making all kinds of weird ass builds. Honestly, to me, I just like anything that can get me closer back to Moe's. I'm pretty happy about. You know, Moe's was just such a fun play style and just kind of like chaos incarnate. And yeah, I loved it. I loved it to bits. Also, I'm saying, how's the progress with? Damn it, give me this thing. How's the progress with the one anime I suggested to you, man? You were binging it, but I wonder if it got put on the back burner. Because, yeah, or if you just completely downed it immediately, which I have a feeling that I know the answer to one of those. But also, like you said, work was getting kind of crazy this week, right? Yeah. Also, by the way, the weapon that we have right now is a filthy, I think, chaotic. And you can get a ×3 and all that. So I have a bunch of these Butterbooms. But also, I don't know if a ×2 is I think a ×2 might be better because we have a ×3 here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, so we have this, which is we have a chaotic ×2, kind of good. No mod amplifying this. But then we have this, which is a ×3, but also I think it has 2 shots. So I wonder if you can get a big ass mag and or maybe you can synthetically get a big mag, but based on how you go down certain skill trees, maybe. But I don't know. We're just kind of seeing if we can get the Butterboom, and then seeing if we can get a ×3, and ideally Primordial, although I honestly, if you get only a ×2, I think you're good, because you fire 2 kernels that split off into two echoes, essentially, which is great. Yeah, which is amazing. Bop, and then bop. Also, dude, yesterday's stream was such a fun, oh god damn it. It was such a fun time, man. Making our weird characters. Also seeing Fluff's new 2.0 version, or his old character, was also wicked. Also seeing yours again was awesome. Is that the one you're going into the thing with, Lone Cynic? Or are you still playing around having fun? Are we gonna live our vampire waifu best life? This. Oh, I stepped in my own popcorn. There we go. Oh, that's not coming down, is it? Jeez. This maybe, yeah. This should do it. Something. Maybe not. Let's equip a weapon that is okay, or even just decent. This should be okay, and this should be really good. Yes. Should be. Will it be? Let's find out. It's okay. Thought it'd be much better. Nah. I'm not sure I like that. Why? Why is it okay? It should be doing menacing amounts of damage. It's fine. It's fine. It kills everything else in one sec. Let's see. How about you? No, he's still alive. Weird. Yeah, oh, we're also doing mainly pistol damage. Do I have any pistols on me? Probably not. I get this. I got the sniper pistol. You crazy? No. I also got this. Oh yeah. That's not what we want. We're mainly looking for we could put the primordial one we have on there that's guns with wings. That'd be crazy because that counts as gun damage. We're scaling up a ton of gun pistol damage. So that'd be mental. Although I definitely want to with the new gun build with pistols, I'm gonna throw in a pixie, but I'm not gonna mention it at all. I'm just gonna be like, you know what, we've done, especially with the build coming out today. By the way, this is build coming out today. With the build coming out today, we're gonna chill out. We're gonna chill out with pixies because I did pixies, then we did guns with wings, and now we need to stop. Now we need to do something else. Ideally, I actually want to play with the gunplay, aim, shoot, headshot, stuff like that. But yeah. Granted, with the build that seems viable with this class mod, it's really interesting. This class mod, you basically get 3 points into this, which gives you 90% conversion into spell damage, into gun damage, which with how crazy spell stacks can get, that is crazy. And along with that, we get like reload speed, spell damage, gun damage, and that gun damage or spell damage is being directly fed back into our gun damage, so it just gets really crazy really fast. But it leads me to believe like, oh, maybe we should just build like spell damage, and all of that is being fed into gun damage, and then we can kind of have a spell build as well as a gun build. Because right now, man, I still, like, even that the Ghost Blade, like, abilities feel so awful unless you build for them heavily, like we did in the previous build, which even then it's still okay, but not like what? Or like this one, it requires melee damage. So like for me, I almost wonder if we're better off going somewhere else with like maybe doing gun damage here in some way. But this is also really good. Yeah, critical hits deal more damage. That one's really good too. But yeah, I understand why Moxie went all the way down here because it just seems like it's, yeah, the melee weirdness. Yeah, but anyways, I think I want to go ambidextrous and maybe just make a, you know how we did like a spell build that kind of enabled conjuring essentially. Well, now we could do a gun build, or yeah, a spell build that enables guns instead of enabling pixies in a weird way, which we were kind of just doing a pure spell build that happened to also have a gun that was usable, which I wish was the case for every build, a gun that was usable, even if you're doing an ability build. But you know, maybe we can have it happen. But right now, it's looking a little grim. Also, man, does this ever just completely devour ammo? What a nightmare hell. Anyways. Lone Cynic says, well, I finished season 1 of Cupid's Chocolate, but in order to watch season 2, I need to draw the eye patch white. What? Wait, what? Oh, I get you. You need to don the eye patch. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Also, what the heck? Why didn't we get up from that? Did he dive to his own dot? Back up. I see what you're saying, the Lone Cynic. Yeah, you need to don that eye patch. The eye patch, the peg leg, and the skull thing to watch the other one. I'll be honest, man. To me, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a doucher. But if I'm paying for Crunchyroll or Funimation or whatever other streaming site, and I don't find one on there, I don't feel any like any sort of bullshittery when it comes to like pirating something, because I'm like, listen, man, it's not my fault that there's like 16 deals here. It's kind of my fault. Well, yeah, I don't have any like self-responsibility, which is maybe a fucked up mental thing. But if I'm already paying for Crunchyroll and Funimation, I'm not gonna be like, you know what? If y'all don't have it, fuck you. Okay, I'm watching season 2 on whatever pirate site I need to do it. Okay, bullshit. Why isn't it on there? Granted, maybe Crunchyroll's being or Funimation or whatever is being a doucher, and like, no, we want all of the money in order to run it on our site. I don't think that's how that works, but who knows? Also, the game's quite loud. I'm hearing like our voice person be like, "Grr, grr. What's good, Ashley? How are you this fine evening?" Also, Ashley, are you interested in Saints Row, or are you kind of just observing from afar? What's happening? Because what do you call it? I like seeing everyone's people's what their character's design was. Which, by the way, I think this sounds really fucked up in my its own way, but I think the only way I had developed even the slightest bit of style is because I'm the kind of person that spent a lot of time in character customization things, and like Saints Row is probably the best example, because I thought about this morning, which is kind of a cringe, but I very much contribute a lot of like my style choice and what I like to be in the formative years when I was playing Saints Row or like GTA, when you're like playing your little person and you're able to actually put on like real world clothes onto them rather than like Fallout like fucking Raider armor or whatever. And yeah, I look back at my like original Saints Row videos, which I made way back in the day, which still actually are one of the few videos where like I was terrible at YouTube, still kind of am, but I had like a golden age for myself where I actually did, I think, really cool videos, and then I kind of fell off again. but yeah, but I checked out some of those Saints Row videos, and yeah, my character's design is like what I think is cool now. But also, Saints Row enabled you to like fuck around and try some like weird hoodies, some like weird, like, do you want to have some bright ass colors? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Now, I don't know what to tell people who like play ladies and are attracted to ladies in video games. Maybe you like passively hypnotize yourself over the years, being like, hey, this is what I like now, because this is what I conditioned myself to see. It's like you start off kind of having a slight proclivity, and then you fall off the goddamn deep end, and you're like, I love this. This is it for me. Okay. Lonzica says, well, she's not a vampire. Okay, well, I seen the dribble of blood, so she just bleeding. She get punched in the mouth, because yeah, I deduced that. Also, the white hair. I think she also had red eyes. No, she had blue eyes. Right. Sorry, my memory is faulty. But yes, okay, it makes a little bit more sense. I think we should. Okay, well, we already used it. Go over there. It is nice doing range damage. The Krieg build really ruined me. Alright, well, Elite's turned out to be a real nightmare. Yep, there we go. It'll take a minute, take a million years, but it'll happen. God, I hate dots so much in this game. And they're like, hey, dots are too spicy. It's like they kill me in 2 seconds and nothing else. You can get shot a bazillion times in the face and then dots just annihilate you. And they're like, that's so cute, isn't it? No, shut up. God damn it, that makes no sense. Getting 1,000 bullets in the face, stepping in a slight puddle of whatever. God damn it, wear steel toe shoes or some shit. We're not literally stepping in lava. And if that's the case, why aren't they fucking melting? Anyway. Come on! I'll be honest, boys, I don't know if we're gonna be able to grind with this build, because I guess we could if I just I stop being stupid. We could do that and this, and then switch to rings that give us shotgun damage. Where is it? Shotgun damage. And oh, you can also go a shotgun magazine size. Oh, damn it. Wouldn't that be cool if that was pistol magazine size? Anyways, we can also do this. This one's actually quite fun. It's also insane. Also, let's go do this. Give ourselves some more survivability. So it's kind of hard to miss with this. Also, they phase through walls. I just wonder if, yeah, if we'll basically could be screwed when it comes to, what do you call it, survivability. Let's do this. Yes, if I can go invisible means shit when you get wrecked this bad. And yes, that's how I'm going into Saints Row world, just like that. But I might dabble some more with the character creator and see what else I can come up with. I think we might need to do that again. Although I haven't looked at the video's progress to see if it's like people are like, no, I'm not into it. But we may have to make a concession and just do that for me. It was actually quite fun. Although I will feel torn if I have two really cool characters I like the look of. I'll be like, which one do I use? Even though you can just go Ibn, you can Ibn flow. Saints Row has never been like that. You can just jump and change whatever you want. Also, I looked a little bit after stream because it was just sitting there. Let's go stay back. Like what people's designs were. And like all the top like designs were like weird. You know it's gonna be the case, but there was like a Squidward in there. There was like all kinds of weird type characters, like every character that you've ever seen, like in any any type of thing, it's there. Like Hawkeye was probably there, Black Widow, with what you could kind of get, I guess, was there. All these kind of characters that you generally know the look of, but look kind of off. Also, oh God, can we break this? Yes, we can. Good. Also, are we protecting a statue or something? No, we just need to kill enemies within a time period. Also, the recoil on this bitch is insane. Stop it. Good news, we can literally shoot through walls. Pretty huge. Also, I don't notice we're getting more crystals. I thought that was the special featured run change, but I guess not. Kind of shitty. Please break. Please break. Smooch some crystal dust in there. Not cocaine to be confused with. Oh shit, quickly, invis. Dust. This. Okay, we got second wind. Man, yeah, a lot of people, this is a build we're using from a Discord person who is seemingly lovely over another person's Discord, not ours. But man, everyone just goes for like big boy damage, and I'm always like, y'all need to have a touch of survivability. like I'm getting stomped on. like I don't think we need the shield that gives us 100% more damage. But very cool nevertheless. It's a very good build, and I think it is adjusted. Yeah. Ashley, dodge. Ashley says, well, Funny doesn't exist anymore as they merged. Oh, Funimation doesn't exist anymore as they merged with Crunchyroll. Really? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, Ashley? Did Crunchyroll dubs, is that Funimation, is that what changed? Because I was thinking about that. I was like, I don't think I subscribed to Crunchyroll dub. Is that what, is there still a Funimation channel? Like YouTube channel? Because I didn't know, like Funimation is well, they still have the service though. Yeah, I can still go to the Funimation website and watch shows there. Huh. What a fucking tale, dude. Crunchyroll was like the underdog. Like Crunchyroll was like, no, we're the one doing it. Nope, it is now. Is that what it was? That's what it was. Dude, I'm sorry. This blew my mind. Dude, I was thinking the other day, I was just like, what the fuck happened? Like, whoever is running the Crunchyroll dubs channel is uploading bangers. I fucking love it. I'm getting like little tidbits of shows I'm interested in, and I can like shoo away the other ones. And they're all dubbed, which is cool. But no, that's doing wonders for me for genuinely maintaining my interest about anime, and then like putting them higher on my list because I see a clip that I'm like, that's so cute, I gotta watch it. That is also, they're releasing like episode 1 consistently on there now, as like Funimation was like, they were uploading like old ass anime on like their YouTube channel, and I'm just like, this is doing nothing for generating momentum. But that's interesting. Okay, that makes more sense. So what happens to Funimation? Is Funimation's website just like getting devoured? I mean, that's kind of dope. We don't have to pay for 2 services anymore. They might increase the value of both or whatever, but yeah, I did not know that. I was wondering. I was like, I guess I subscribed to Crunchyroll dubs, and then they finally like hired an intern to upload like clips of it, and he's killing it. But no, it was a fucking giant ass thing. Wow. Did they upload a video on the Funimation like thing to be like, hey, by the way, yeah, yeah, we're being bought by this company. These things are gonna change. I don't think they did. Maybe. Funimation website said the future of Funimation is on Crunch. Oh wow. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been to Funimation. Frankly, I think Crunchyroll's like video player I love way better. Funimation's is like super laggy and shit. At least to me. I also find it still stutters. Like, this sounds fucked up, but I used to pay for a Funimation subscription, and then I would have just, oh fuck me. Oh no. Oh shit. I would pay for a Funimation subscription and then go to the pirate sites, which videos players were better. And I'm just like, what the fuck? You guys need to fix your shit. Anyways, but no, Crunchyrolls to me, I've always, again, I understand there's a lot of weird shit in there. I haven't really unpacked any of that. I know Nub tells me about it on occasion, and I don't know. I don't know what to feel or believe. But I've also been a person who's like, I don't know, I'm pretty numb. Everyone's a bastard, essentially, is kind of also where I'm at, and you know, I don't know. It's kind of like choose your poison a little bit with some people. Although, granted, I haven't seen too many examples of what Crunchyroll has done that is so egregious in terms of things. Besides, well, actually, I don't know. Again, I think it was Nub's problem was that like they started off as being kind of like this idea of where they're going to enable like webtoons and other media, and I think there was something that Nub was telling me that they kind of went against that to some extent. Like they cannibalized their initial belief, I think. Something like that. Lone Second says, and Dawn. Oh, I have to don the eye patch to watch anime since I watched Naruto back in high school. Cringe. Also, are we done? Yeah, we did finish. We finished. Ashley says, just observing from afar in terms of Saints Row. Ooh, Ashley, I feel like you got to jump in. I feel like I jump into Saints Row. Got some style aspects. Also, you can make. Oh right, no, yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, I think you popped in last time when you were doing it. Yeah. And you were like, hey, no, sorry, that was not sorry. Wrong person. That was Red. Red was asking about if you could make a furry character, and or is there like a. Yeah, no, that actually, that was kind of on par, I believe. Lozika says, don't worry, Grin, if you need some tips for customizing ladies in Saints Row, just ask. Well, okay, let me ask you this, Lozika. How did you feel about my character, generally? Honestly, 100%. Because I'm not going to say anything first. Because my same problem I have with my character is the same problem I had with my female people. Because I made a waifu character or whatever, like my version of a female person in the Saints Row game. I guess because it's such a good character creator. At the original Saints Row 3, and I think maybe it was actually the one that had the things. I don't know. I did it. I basically made the waifu thing. And so no. Oh, my fucking alt is gone now, you rat. Ah. God, aiming is non-existent with the shotgun, eh? Pain. I guess it makes sense. That's such AoE, but still. And us being in clone, like our quiet self, our invisible self is really it. It's really a big part of this. I think we're gonna grind this with our one character, our torrent build, because that's just the fastest clear I have. Ba 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 ba. All right. Hey, thank you. Where are you? Quickly, this! Don't go to- Oh my god, it just ticked my fucking thing again. Nothing else died though. It's the fucking, oh man, the slight little nerfs. Or like the what do you call it, close call or something? Or stay back. Man, I don't know. The more I play this game, the more I get kind of jaded a little bit. Like, I'm like, why, like this, I don't know. This is this idea of endgame of like, hey, you know, like, hey, pick your poison, but there's only poison. It's only poison, and there's not really much incentive to put up with the poison. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so yeah, like, stay back. Now you're having to chew through that. I'm like, yeah, I know, great. Hopefully that canceled my usage of it. It did. Okay, this. Did he die somehow? This. Stop, stay back, stay back. There we go. One shot with that, murdered him. Nice. Woof. Alright. Granted, when I'm playing my torrent build, I'm pretty happy. But that's also because it kind of circumnavigates so much of the bullshittery, you know? But yes. Lone Ticket says it is not blood. It is just oh. I could have sworn it was like dribble. Dang it. Okay, I guess maybe it was far away enough to where my brain just deduced that it was what it was without proper cause. Ashley says, should watch Loved. Ashley, I should. Okay, so Ashley, I'm in a predicament. Okay, I'm about to finish another anime. I know, guys, it's been. I found a way to actually watch anime again. Like I just watch it at night, 2 episodes, and then I'm done. Walk away, regardless what happens. But I'm consistent. Burn through them. But I'm in a predicament. I don't know if I should watch season 3 of The Boys, which I think is out. It's not trickling out, right? It's just all there. I think it's all there. I hope it's all there. I hate the fucking idea of waiting till it has to fully be finished. Anyways, watch The Boys. Nub suggested I watch what's his name, Moon Knight, and then you're saying watch Love, Death, and Robots. I watched I love season 1, and I love certain gags about it, but I don't know. To me, some of them Love, Death, and Robots is awesome. But it's awesome because it's usually like 3 of the shorts are the fucking best to you as a person, and a lot of the other ones are kind of like bleh. And I don't know if I want to put through that. Granted, I still think the best short outside of the robot one is the one with the werewolves because it's fucking rad. It's just like, god damn it, I wish that was an actual like thing, like a whole as TV series. It's so cool, the werewolf one. What's your favorite, Ashley? I'm curious. What's your favorite Love, Death, and Robots animation? Also, can you give me like a little bit of a descriptor for what it is? Because maybe you'll say it and I'll be like, okay, I gotta check that one out. We got the Butterboom, Tigsboom. No, it's just the blood bag. That's not new. I guess it's just the sword explosion. Yeah, but I never seen that prefix. Oh no, I was weird. It looks like. Oh, I'm reading 2 different things. That's what's happening. Okay, let's get pistols. Yeah, we usually end this with like around 10 or 8 to 10 K, and I think there's supposed to be like better crystals. I might have misunderstood the hotfix or like the chamber event going on right now. Because I kind of feel like we got too much. Ashley says, but that's if you want jaw-dropping animation and weird shit. Yeah, no, it's great. All of them look fantastic. I just wish, like, to me, I think Love, Death, and Robots, and let me know if you agree, Ashley, but I think, like, that should be the baseline for how Netflix greenlights a lot of its, like to me, what is essentially an artistic kind of test piece. Because to me, I dislike that there's so much brilliance in an animation, and that's all it will ever be. But then Netflix drops like copious amounts of money on a very, very niche, weird idea that is not tried and tested for people being even interested in the concept. You know what I mean? To where I would love if they took the premises of that and like found out what had the best watch time, found out what was like, maybe even like do a poll on their Twitter to see which ones was people's favorites of the animations, and then actually greenlit some of the things. Now, granted, maybe they have done that. It's just taking a long time. But I don't know. With all the decisions Netflix has been making, I don't know if that's the case. I lean more on the idea that Netflix is kind of like still on the like, let's keep making content that nobody asked for, and it's made specifically for like 30% of or 20% of the population. And you're like, okay. And instead of making that digestible to the other 60%, they seem to really exclude the 60% in that endeavor, which I'm all for people having their content. I just feel like sometimes it's devoid of like, we're trying to make content for everybody, you know? That's if you have jaw-dropping animated weird shit. Lone Ticket says nope. It is alright. Crunchyroll dubs. Funimation says Crunchyroll thing. They did. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, is the Funimation site don't work anymore? Is that what you were saying? So Ashley says Sony bought both Funimation and Crunchyroll. Oh, was it Sony? I thought it was like some sort of other big ass subsidiary company. Or I thought it was like, yeah, I thought it was like one of those big ass. I'm not sure if it was Tencent, but maybe it was Sony. Okay. Or was it Tencent? I would assume like, yeah, if it's Sony, it's in a way Tencent. Lone Ticket says, but speaking of anime, I just finished watching How Heavy Are Dumbbells? Yeah, that looks like that's on the list, Lone Syndicate. Same on my list too. Lone Syndicate, is it helpful? Because, like, to me, it looks like it's meant to be an anime that's gauged towards, like, actually being fun, goofy, and, like, charming to pull people in, but actually also giving interesting, like, concepts about this is how you gain muscles by actually poisoning your body, by your body releasing acid and then your body having to repair those that acid burn, etc. Those kinds of things. Because that's what I got from the sense of it, at least. But yeah. Also, looks like you didn't answer me, did you? Yeah. What? How do you feel about my character on Saints Row 1? Because I just know how I feel about yours. What do you feel about the character I designed? And if you basically, I want to know what you would think is off about it. Ashley says season 3 of The Boys is out at 5 episodes so far. Oh, is there still more to come? First 3 were released at once, which was oh dang it. Okay, so I'll wait to watch that then. God damn it. Yeah, I don't like having like the wait till next week to figure out what happens. It drives me nuts. So I can't. Although I guess that's a good way to kind of appease people, is give 3 episodes and then give the other a bit after, drip feeding them. Kind of way to have it, in some way have it all. That makes sense. I like that. Because I just hate the idea that like it's gonna be 3 months before we get a conclusion to this story. You're like, I'm on episode 1 and there's so much to be unraveled. Kill me. You know? I can see how that can be quite frustrating in many degrees. Let's grab that. Where is it? There's one more in there somewhere. Got it. Okay. Also, is there a Torg weapon here that I could grab? Chaotic. We're looking for any Torg weapon that might look like it's worth its weight in salt, gold, whatever. I mean, salt's kind of is valuable at some point, right? Ooh, ×5. What's a masher? I wish I could see like if it was primordial or not, man. Torg weapon is ×2, and it is multiple stickies on enemy, but it's not chaotic, so it's probably trash. I'm sorry to say it, but it's just the case. It is the world we're living in, which is unfortunate. Can Torgs become an elemental? I think so. Furiors can. We see that just then. Furior. Everything's shit, and it's too complicated to really see anything. Torg weapon ×2. It's only 6 shots. We should have a couple shots, though, nevertheless. Where are you? There we go. And one more in there somewhere. No, I want the gold one. Oh, I forgot. This was all in vain. Ugh. You have to do dude. You have to do the stupid chaos chamber in order to get access to the weapons to drop. Dumb. Just stupid. Anyways. Well, we got this. It's volatile. Neat. Honestly, with this build, that actually might be, like, usable. But if it had, like, ×2, that'd be just, like, the bee's knees. You know what I mean? We already have a lot of those. No. That's what I already gave you. No. Also no. It's chaotic at least. This one is ×2, but it's that. Ooh, okay. Actually, that one's not bad either. Sticky, incredible damage, more damage stacks. I think this one is better than that one, so yes. That. Ooh, that one's volatile. Oh, that we've seen that before. Yeah, it was the one we see. Oh, you can't get an elemental. Okay. I wonder if you get the Butterboom. When we get the Butterboom, that's gonna be huge. Also, guys, I kind of, well, no, I'll mention this in a video coming out eventually. No, wait, no, it's not out yet. Yeah, no, never mind. Never mind. Fluff says, I'm late. Yeah, fashionably late with you and making them goddamn characters. In Saints Row. Give me a second. Oh, it's so hot. So warm. Oh, my body is still sore from yesterday. Ashley says, alright, that they released the animes, just trickling them out a little by little. Not anime, sorry, The Boys. what do you call it? Does anybody know? Well, maybe I don't want spoilers. Yeah, The Boys is kind of an experience. I wanna watch. I'm so happy that show is seemingly on their like turnaround. Although I'm kind of sad that Amazon hasn't made other stuff. Like, I think Good Omens definitely deserves a sequel. I think it actually queued up a sequel in a way. Good Omens is so good, man. So I hope we get a sequel to that too. But again, I'm worried that Amazon's like, yeah, we're kind of moving away from the whole streaming service because everyone's here and we kind of lost we kind of lost a little bit. But yes, also let us go and farm on a character that we can actually get the items that we want. Because yeah, let's go here. Let's go to our GRINN thing. This one, perfect. Go. This is where I got the other ones. You have to basically do the chaos chambers to get access to Butterboom, which is our explosive popcorn gun. So yes, featured run. Yes, go. Oh, Fluff says, I've been jumping around between some Game Pass game. Ooh, really? Yeah, see, man, oof, I don't know. I understand that seems like a good time. Honestly, you know what game I really want to play right now? As much as I am excited for, Saints Row and all these things, the one thing that, like, is really been like, shit, I hope I can play it eventually. It's, and I haven't heard many people talk about it, but I want to play that game called Cult of the Lamb. I mentioned it in our like games to be excited for the future kind of video we have on Brothers Grin, but yeah, man, to me that one is just like, I went back to get footage for that video and I was like, this is such a charming looking game. Like, just looks chill. Like, it seems like my version of Stardew Valley, which is to say not like the most brain dead, kind of turn off your brain and have a fun time. Stardew Valley was great. Also, was not Stardew Valley, although that kind of works too. What's the one game? Something Island. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. You like sell turnips or something. That looks awesome. But for me, I feel like I would be like, I need to get a little antsy. I need to do something, And I don't want to like battle in the forge of market prices essentially. Break it up. We'll do that. But yeah, A Cult of the Lamb. It looks it's like I also like the idea that it's like kind of like it's meant to be like a cute puppy dog eyed kind of like cartoonish characters, but it's actually like fucked up. I think like in the trailer for it, you see like them burying bodies of like their soldiers or their like people, which I'm wondering if there's some sort of like weird rituals to get like an amazing gun. You'll have to kill like 60 of your villagers or something. It's gonna be like, oh god damn, why are you following me? Also, isn't it like a Gravity Falls reference as well? Because I think it has that weird like I don't know, because it has the same like triangle guy, except not a triangle guy. It's like a crown with an eye on it, but it kind of looks like the same thing as Gravity Falls with that weird like all-seeing eyes slapped in the middle of this crown. Maybe not too Gravity Fallsy, but similar. I don't know. Regardless, it looks like a blast. Lone Singlet says, I thought your character looked good, don't get me wrong, but something was off with his face. Yeah, okay, so the reason why I asked you that, Lone Syndicate, is because to me the same problem I have with making characters, because you're basically asked if I needed any pointers on making a female character whenever we do the Saints Row making a waifu or whatever the hell I'm gonna call it. But my problem has always been the same problem I have with the dudes one, which sometimes there's like variability, which I like, which is like having a scar on the eye or something, or like having some sort of something to, it's like, and I have the same problem kind of in a lot of cases when I like style something, like too much symmetry makes something look almost synthetic, which is not attractive or charming. So like it almost like too much symmetry makes your brain think it's boring. You know what I mean? So when I was making the character, I could tell I was like, that's why I added like some sort of like scruff, like basically like dirt, because it kind of made it so that it looked less put together and like, yeah. But I think I need to go back and adjust something to be a little bit off, like whether that's the eyebrow, because it's just, again, when I made the female character in Saints Row 3, I remember when I looked at it, I was like, it doesn't quite have that like awesome. I can't wait to play this character. It almost looks like, if you ever seen like a fucking like an Instagram model on like a shoot, there's something, at least to me, that seems off. Like there's something so perfect makeup, perfect everything, eyebrows look freakily like not a single flaw, and you're like, this seems like like clean, but not attractive or like, yeah, alluring. I think they do that in editing to some extent. They add like shadowing, they add like lighting, they add glow almost, so that your brain kind of starts to forget about all that stuff. But you can't walk around with a perfect glow filter on your character all the time. So you need to kind of induce that within your design, I guess. But yeah, that's something that I think I need to go back and tweak something a little bit with the other character. Just because, yeah, I think that the thing we did helped a little bit, but it did look a little bit too perfectly symmetrical. I wonder if we could add like some sort of like skin texture that would throw it off a little bit. But yes. But I realized the way that sounded when I was saying it after the fact was seemingly like I was trying to applaud myself, like pat myself on the back. Like I kept saying my character looks too perfect or something. I kept saying stuff like that. And it wasn't that I was like, look how good that, no, he looked off, but that's the way, because everything didn't seem like there was a problem. It was symmetrical, but I think that's the problem. So maybe we need to do that asymmetry, make his eye a little bit bigger without making it too much bigger. Anyways. Also, what's good, Malik? Malik says, my brother has Game Pass now. It looks like, yeah, man, it looks like great. A great deal. I just fucking got the problem with ice and coffee. Shit. I tried to take a drink, I just sucked a bunch of ice in my mouth. I was like, spitting it out. But no, man, Game Pass looks like a great deal. I wonder what the game is going to be that makes me jump on that bandwagon. Unfortunately, I don't think Game Pass is going to get Saints Row Day 1. I think it's Epic Games Store. So that's kind of like the little bit of a nightmare hell that exists on PC. But yes. Also, does anybody know if Game Pass lets you preload things? Like preload the game so you're not sitting there like right as it launches to finally like download the whole thing? That'd be nice if it did. You think it would? Because yeah, like if Xbox has a deal, yeah. Yes. Part-time, nasty spill. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Let's do nasty spill. I was thinking it says, and sorry, Grim, what did you ask about how heavy are the dumbbells? I was just wondering if the anime, when I seen an image of it and some stuff of it, Lone Syndicate, I seen that there was some, like, it almost seems like it's kind of like a love letter to actually trying to help people understand things in the exercise community, such as like muscle degradation and how you're actually like the feeling of soreness is due to like the fact that you're overloading your muscles with acid and then breaking down, and then your body having to repair that, and in that repair adds to it. It's like a cycle of destruction and rebuilding kind of thing. It almost looks like it tries to like what do you call it? Unless I misunderstood, what's the name of it again? Yeah, how heavy are your dumbbells? Yeah, how heavy are the dumbbells you lift? Yeah, it seems like it's trying to like coax you in with like cute anime girls and like weird tropes and like fun weirdness and like comedy. But then it's also like, hey, by the way, take care of your fucking self, you fat fuck. You know, it seems like it's also doing that. Granted, it's kind of a weird thing because, I don't know, I always think of, maybe it's just a misperception, but I always think that out of all the countries that have a pretty good relationship with food and like balance when it comes to that, it's China and Japan. And yeah, they're like East essentially, like even Asia, or like not Asia, sorry, even Korea and etc. It seems to have all that under pretty good control. But also, I also feel like it has a cannibalistic tendency because it also seems like they have a really like sacrificial kind of beauty standard in a way. Like it's super a present thing. Like yeah, like I seen a video. I don't know if it worked or not, but it was like a person like doing this to her baby to make it so that her nose didn't have like a bump in it, and I'm like, first of all, I don't think that's how that works, and second of all, kind of gross a little bit. Like I'm all for giving your kid a good life, but his face isn't Play-Doh. You know, it was really like, what the fuck is happening? Although who knows? Maybe that kid's nose is gonna look fucking perfect. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Fucking crazy people. Anyways. Although maybe that's a little short-sighted. I don't know. Whatever you want, I get it. Also, I should have. That's my problem. I should be taking the curses before I grab everything else. Malik says Mario Fireball. What's that? What does that mean? Tell me your secrets. Lone Syndicate says correct. So much symmetry makes a character look like a doll. A little bit, yeah, it's a good way to put it. Like doll-like, a little too much. So we'll have to adjust. Yes. Guys, I wish I could give you guys the drink that I am drinking, but only like, you know, a drink. Because well, how many people here? 10? Let's hope no one's gluttonous here and would down the whole thing, but it's so good. It's so good. Yes. Also, it's iced coffee, so it's just like, delicious. Also, the cup I have actually makes it so the ice stays slightly iced, whereas normally just melts immediately. Oh no! This! Thank God, actually that worked. I'm blown away. Also, am I using the right... Oh, actually, this will be fun to actually use. Cool. That's when we get when our shield breaks, we get a huge surge of all spell things, which is nice. Which is nice. Fluff says, I don't think it has a preload with Game Pass, at least not for PC, but it doesn't take terribly long to install most of the time. Yeah, but my internet can sometimes be a bastard, Fluff. Fluff, sometimes it's on a mission to fuck my life up. Yes. Then yeah, it kind of does that, because it takes about it takes about a different kind of exercises and proper for that exercise. I lost the thing. Exercise after affecting the muscles, and are some things you can do to reduce soreness. Yeah. It seemed like there's information blocks, which makes sense. I remember watching a video of Jax Blades, I guess his name. Or Jay Blades. He's basically the guy who's yoked and tells you how to be like an anime protagonist, fitness-wise, which all seems true, but also like, all right, right, kind of thing, you know. But he kind of uses that as like a good way to kind of get people through the door of that, and also he kind of blended two passions, which is cool. But regardless, I remember him talking about how that was one of his favorite anime manga, and how he kind of built off of that, or no, he appreciated that was actually a really clever way of like introducing exercise ideas without being kind of like, some people do it in a kind of a weird way, where like sometimes people introduce exercise ideas and like, again, it's one of the biggest pet peeves I have when it comes to exercise culture, but it's like the culture of suffering, essentially. The idea of like, it's not about getting to your goals and actually like getting there without like damage. It's literally about like suffering, like just how much, like you hurt, good, hurt more. And it's just like, no, you're doing something excessively wrong. Or are you like, unless you're trained to be a fucking Olympian, like, yeah. But granted, if you wanted to get like stupid big, I'd just say don't fucking suffer. Just take steroids, dude, or take hormone blockers. Just don't fucking like, let your body like overdose with acid, because if your body is suffering that much, then the little tiny joint cords that you have are gonna snap. You're gonna have like $1,000 surgery that you're gonna need to do, and heaven forbid you're in fucking America. And you're just fucked when it comes to that. So it's just a bunch of bad. Also, if something is incredibly horrible to do, people will not do it. So that's why like there's such a toxic relationship with fitness and shit in the exercise community. Like look at Fluff. Fluff is one of the best fucking examples. If he didn't have this goddamn toothache and shit and kidney stones, he'd be killing it. I still think he's getting after it. Fluff, let me know. But Fluff is one of the best examples. He started with a fitness game that like gamified it and was very like patient. It didn't seem like it was like throttling you and telling you to like fucking do one more rep, so that you snap a cord within your shoulder that you have to now get connected again. You crazy people. Anyways. But it's cool to see in that anime that it seems like, I think it's largely honest about like, yeah, because again, also to play devil's advocate a little bit, if you wanted to get like bodybuilder big, most bodybuilders are on fucking steroids, dude. Anyways, second thing is that you need to you need to basically lift and do compound huge weight movements with low sets or low reps, or reps, and high sets, it seems like, and yeah, but also. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, there's too much of an incentive to do performance enhancing things if you are selling something that is supposed to sell a look or a performance enhancing situation, you know? What is good, Bolty? How are you, Bolty? We missed you on the, what is it called? Suckers for Love stream, buddy. I seen your comment. I'm sorry you missed it, but I'm happy that you're here now. Hope we can make it to next Tuesday, where we're gonna be continuing getting after our other Egyptian Eldritch Horror. Fluff says, as for the Saints Row boss factory, I recommend taking more time with the guy you made, going through as many options as you desire and better tuning them to refine it. You already have a copy saved for, if you make a mistake. I made 2 copies because I was like, I don't want to lose my progression, because that was actually like, that was 2 hours. That was 2 hours of character creation. Are you insane? That was terrifying to me to lose it. You know what I mean? I was like, no, please. So I took every expense I could.
It's your funeral.
I guess we'll go with this one. Bulty says, yo, I'm late to the discussion, but I wanted to add that Kanga Ashura and are heavy now how heavy are your dumbbells are this in the same universe? What's the Kanga, what's that one? Well, can you describe the premise? Because I only know the how heavy are your dumbbells because it's I've been hearing about it for years. Also, is it only have 1 season and it's just that people keep discovering it and like finding that it's actually really valuable and whatnot? Also, oh no, but it's not you. Be okay. This. Oh, god damn it. I didn't mean to move my hand just a little bit. Go, Pixies! There we go. It's kind of funny, yeah, with that some of the animes sometimes share their same universe. Is it just that they're like the devs or like the developers are just friends, or is it that there's like a vested interest or something? Or did the same guy make the same thing? So that makes sense. Dude, if you could, why the hell wouldn't you make like a connected universe? It just seems like such a fun, goofy nightmare hell. But it also seems like a nightmare hell, so yeah. One thing it says, but I do hope that there are more accurate scars and tattoos at launch, because I do like any of, I don't like any, yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot of the, I like the tattoo ones, some of the tattoos, but a lot of them seemed pretty shitty. But also, that was my favorite part about Saints Row, and I hope they don't jeopardize some of that, because one of my favorite parts was, like, there'd be some back alley store that's like across the map, and there's only one of these stores in the map, really, maybe like 2. And you would have to go to this specific store that would sell this specific clothing piece. And that's the one clothing piece that actually looks kind of dope in contrast with this or that. And I love that. I love that, like, oh, there's actually like an incentive or reason to explore, and they're actually like willing to like take a loss and like not just put everything in a global store. Because that's so frustrating. Like, everything's just in the same store, so you go into any store. Like, that's a GTA's problem largely. GTA has a little bit of that, where you can like go to a suit store and kind of dress classy and go to like kind of like a middle income kind of like Walmart type store and go and get that different kind of clothes from there. But imagine if it was all in one hub store, like some sort of menu system. That would be terrible. I would hate that, you know? Especially when you're playing a game where you're like constantly running around the map. Like, there's so much incentive already for you just to kind of run around and have a good time. More. I can't believe you have like no cap on thralls now. It's just so awesome. Kangara Ashe is basically Baki, but just different. Is that the one I watched that's like the guy who like fucking gets all veiny and shit? It's like there's a girl who's like has like blacked out iris, like whites of her eyes are all dark like black, and she also like got thick ass body, thigh, etc. Yeah. Now I gotta Google it. Because I don't even know. Let me look. It is! Yeah, this is the one where the guy goes, yeah, it's on Netflix. I watched this one. I'm not sure if it's good on Netflix, but I liked it. I liked what I watched. Yeah, it's like where the dude fucking gets like, he turns like to a demon. He like does some sort of weird breathe, and there's a lot of like fucking crazy smiling and shit. Nightmare hell smiling. Everyone turns into like Onis and shit. It looks cool, actually. I enjoyed watching it, but I never finished it. Did it ever get a season? It was one of those annoying tournament animes I never finished. At least when I was watching it, it was like in season 2, will he win? And you're like, I just spent, what the fuck, man? Why are you wrapping this up in the time period that I want? Damn it. But interesting, they're in the same universe. Okay. It's so weird, but okay. And they just look very polar opposite. They look very different art-wise. Maybe in the manga they're the same looking, but at least in the 3D model Nightmare Hell that, what do you call it, Netflix is hell-bent on using. Looks a little... Also, that time 15? What is... Golly, if only that was like, guys... if I could change one thing about this game, I honestly don't even think it would be variability anymore. I think what peaks it is just it's really dawned on me how terrible, chaotic, volatile, and primordial is. Because it just makes every legendary pointless. Like, fucking pointless, you know? Ugh. Yeah. Enough doom and gloom. Let's just ask for stuff. But Malik says no. The fireball with eyes in the room kind of looks like Mario. Fireball. You were adding orbs to a few. Oh, this thing. You think this looks like a Mario fireball? Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha. I went right over my head, Malik. Too clever for me. Too clever for me. Well, there wasn't any of that in the anime. It was a lot of don't overwork yourself and go at your own. Yes, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like. That's why I think everyone was like, this is good. This is very good. Speaking of that, I got adding my dating sim suggested in the Discord. Speaking of which, I got adding my dating sim suggestions. Oh, okay, interesting. We might give them a whirl. We'll see. Tuesday, although I do think the next thing that we are going to do Tuesday-wise, but we have a long stretch of time before we can get to Saints Row, which is a big game, etc. They are. That's what Malik said. Lozig says another thing that can help with character creator is going into knowing what you want your character to be. Look for. I knew what I wanted to have my character. I base template and I want from the. Yeah, that's where I feel like for me, I disagree a little bit. I feel like it's kind of the same notion of problem solving, which is, before you start looking for a solution, you should understand the problem. So, like, for me, I need to understand what I'm working with, because I do think, like, I really do like the way my character looks. Like, for me, I do like I'm going to be using that person. I do think that hopefully, like, again, hopefully we can find like a scar or like something else to de-shift something around or something. But I do really like the character the way he looks. But I do find that if I would have went in there having too much of an idea, I wouldn't be able to like pivot, because it was a couple times where we had him basically without a beard, and then I found that like the cheekbone stuff it was getting really weird and hard to kind of pace around. So then I kind of adjusted stuff and I put a beard on. I'm like, okay, that makes the hairstyle look a little less like kempt because it looks too ordered, too classy, so to speak. So yeah, but to me, I feel like you should surveillance, essentially. Surveillance, see what the options are, play with it, and then adjust. Basically, try, fail, analyze, adjust is what I believe. That's also in the book I'm reading right now, which is quite good, but yes. Where are we? Any Torg weapons? Come on! You son of a bitch. Where are you hiding? Come on! Ugh. Fluff says, I know some classic stories are back in the new Saints Row, along with new brands. Oh, sorry, classic stores are back in the new Saints Row, as well as classic brands. Yeah, there seems like there's a lot of fun, like slight tweaks, if not just the same exact brands, which is fun. Yeah, I can't wait to see what that's all about. Also, I seen the video you sent me, Fluff, the one that's the voice actors and whatnot. That looked really cool too. I can't wait to see. Oh, there's one more here. Yeah, I can't wait. To me, I'm doing my best to pull back from like going down the Saints Row rabbit hole, because I'm like, it's just gonna make the month and a half we have more long, and I'm like, oh, I'm not built for this. We have that. No. No. I think we could find the thing that's funny though with the way that like creating kind of builds in Wonderlands is going is it's like I want to make stuff that is like kind of has value, and the way that I've been in some part also, god damn, I didn't know I had a dynamo with it's also primordial shit. But yeah, the way I've kind of been getting after it is by like wanting to find different spells that I can use, different weapons that aren't really being used, that are fun to use, not just something that is efficient. And then you can scale up damage, do all that stuff, and then you can have your cake and eat it too. But for me, it feels, how do I put it? It feels like whenever I go to see save files or anything like that, see if I can like, oh, does somebody have this spell? Like I can't be the only person thinking, I just want to aggregate really cool spells. And yeah, like I'm at the point where I think I'm going to look into how to just, if it's possible to flip a switch within the code of a weapon and just make it primordial, because I just hate the idea of having to find all of the spells we have in the torrent build again. Like that's impossible, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just am surprised that there hasn't been one person that's just been aggregating fun spells that are like interesting and also good, if you found the best versions of them, you know? I thought I'd find it on Nexus, maybe. I thought I'd find it on like a certain Discord file, and I haven't. So then like it leaves me being like, I guess I'm just gonna have to grind this a lot, or probably a safer bet to actually just look online how to adjust stat values within, I think, like the code, like notebook essentially. But at the same time, I'll have to be clear about like, no, this is, I did this, I made this primordial. If you're uncomfortable with me taking something that I already got and then making it better, then don't use the build, you know. But yeah, because I'm at the point where like, again, I'm trying to continue to have fun in this game and give people fun ways to engage with it. And if I keep going my current path with it, I can bet that I'm not going to be happy. I'm probably going to just like not come back essentially, which I don't want, because I think this game is actually quite good, especially the bones of it. Again, I always praise a game that has a good core system, and that is definitely what this game has. Unfortunately, we got nothing for that run, not even one Tig's Boom. I was actually really lucky to do this once and get all Tig's Booms, which was amazing. I have 3. Bolty says they share the same universe because I think it's the same author. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. An author makes like a fucking juiced, jacked, fucking like, like anime where some dude is like channeling, like blowing out his lifespan to get power. And he just roided out. And then he's like, you know what? Cute anime girls getting healthy. Let's go, boys. That's pretty peak. I like that a lot. It also adds up. Malik says, Kage and the main girl are related. Oh! I wouldn't have thought that, because the main girl's blonde, and the one dude is like a brunette, I guess. I guess the cousins, maybe, some shit. Okay. Huh. Funny. So she's got like a god tier, a god tier cousin, essentially. Huh. Because that dude is a freak. Although, I haven't concluded that anime, but I think to me, it's kind of anime that's like a story of self-immolation almost. Like, as much as that guy's a badass, in the like the tournament Baki kind of anime kind of thing, whatever it's called, Kage something. Does he like get his lifespan back? Because it seems like the whole premise, at least on Netflix, which I think was an adaptation, whether it was a good one, I don't know. But he seems like he's blown out like 5 years of his life, 10 years of his life, just to expend it in a given moment in a competition battle. And a part of me is like, this is dope, but at the same time, I don't want to see our main character die. I was like, as much as it's cool, it's like actual sacrifice, simultaneously it's also like, you kind of stupid as shit. You dumb as hell. Why are you doing this? Yeah. Whew. Lone Singlet says, another thing that can help with character creation. Oh, right, I read that. I know the classes are back to that. Jup. That's the one I think. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, yep, that's the one I think. Yeah, the one that we just looked up on Google. Yeah. Also, sorry, the chat's not delayed, shockingly enough. It's just, again, taking my time. Don't want to leave anyone behind as well. And jump. And this. Also, guys, I am so excited for our tomorrow stream. To tell you the truth, I kind of crave that today, just to sit back and talk to y'all, not have to play a game. But also, I know I need to do this. I know I need to make a dent. Also, like, we play for 2 hours and like sometimes don't even see. Again, this is the state of the game to me that is absolutely, yeah. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like the fact that we can play for 2 hours and we could get like every single drop to be a Butterboom pistol, but if they're all chaotic, if they're all whatever, then it's just kind of like you've done nothing. You've progressed like literally not at all, you know. And it sucks because then you'll be like, oh, I have got the perfect drop of Butterboom ×3 magazine, everything, but then it to be chaotic or not. Sorry, then it to not even be a chaotic or volatile or primordial. And then you're like, okay. And it's just like, there's no, like, the carrot and the stick is just, it's like doing this. It's, the carrot stick is supposed to be like keeping your schnoz so close to it to where you're like, I'm so close. This game is like, it's constantly ripped away from you, constantly. It's just like being like, no, and it's just that forever. And I hate it. I want to go, and it's funny because if you look at every content creator, almost everyone has went back and started playing Borderlands 3. Which happened at the beginning of Borderlands 3, actually. People went back and played Borderlands 2. But I don't think it's to this extent where people are like, this is wrong. This is just wrong. Who would have thought we would have gotten to a point where people would be like, I kind of want Mayhem back. I'd rather have Mayhem back. Just scale up the enemies. Don't give any of these stupid debuffs or buffs or mods and shit. Just leave it be. Leave it be. Not roguelike. Although I think we could probably survive rogue. We have 3 lives. We probably could manage, but it's fine. That's why when she punches, she changes animation. Oh, is that right? That's awesome. I didn't notice that. I haven't watched it yet. I'm curious. Yeah, because I have watched a little bit of the other one, so I wonder if I'll resonate a little bit more. Also, my internet has been doing weird things all day, so hopefully it doesn't do it when we stream. But it has been just cutting out immediately, and I'm like, great, awesome. So we might have a start and stop stream tomorrow if it happens, or right now. A nasty spill. This. Bolty says, are the visual novels with romantic relations considered dating sims? You mean Harada games? I feel like most dating sims are Harada games, just one patch away, essentially. But I don't know. I always would rather have like a Catherine-like experience, or like which is kind of like just a goofy game with interesting and weird characters, you know what I mean? And then in that, if you're like, you know what, let's do some, sure. But I feel like all these other games are kind of built on the, like, you can see the writing of, like, dude who knows nothing about women, woman, is just like, I guess she says this and does that. And I'm like, okay, feels very off, but okay. Frozen Vengeance, we do that. Break that. Fluff says, I mean, we could do a Get Out of Hell co-op idea suggestion before. Ooh, that's something too. We've got enough stream days that we could allow for it to do it, but don't run around Saints Row release. Yes. I also wonder if that would be, in some ways, a little, well, it makes sense. It makes sense as a lead up. It also worries me that I might be like burning myself out for Saints Row and won't be able to be like, what a breath of fresh air, which maybe will be good. So I won't go into it too overhyped, but yeah. Also, I feel like I might be, well, it's a very good suggestion. I'll have to think about it. Is where I'm at, Lone City, or not Lone City, Flop. Just because a part of me is thinking in my head, I'll be like, oh my god, Get Out of Hell, you can like throw fireballs, you can summon imps, you can sit on a chair, holy shit. And then for us to get to like the Saints Row reboot and it'd be like, you can shoot people and like shoot them with like a different skin on your weapon. And like there's another weapon, but it's basically just shooting people. And you're like, okay. I don't know. Granted, it does have hoverboards, so it is winning in some ways, but I am worried for my mental state of being like, and then being like, I hurt that they didn't go this way, you know. But again, God Out of Hell exists. I understand the sentiment of like it always is there, but in the back of my head, I'm kind of like, but what if I fall in love? I could always just temper myself, but still, it's a worry. Low Sinker says, hey, sometimes you need both. You need balance and cute anime girls and demonic stuff. I mean, I was gonna ask, what do you call it? I think it's called like Princess Connect. Is that what it's called? It's got like a demon person with like creepy eyes who's a little yandere, and it's got like a main protagonist that's a hero. Lone Syndicate's an anime I've seen around. Also, I don't think it has a dub yet. But yes, have you seen that one? Because that was another one where I was like, when I seen it, I'm like, this would be Lone Syndicate's vibe. Also my vibe. But anyways, Malik says, the fireballs are back. Malik's all in these fireballs. Like, is it this? I don't know. I thought it's maybe that. I think it's the legendaries happening. You're like, I thought it was the bunnies. Or maybe it is, and I'm just delayed because I'm trying to read all the comments. Lone Syndicate says, so, what are you saying, GRINN? You're going back to Borderlands 3? I don't know, man. I never, ever had the, like, success I did when I was trying to actually, like, make things happen for Wonderland that I did with Borderlands 3 at all. Like, I always remember it was one of the few times where it was getting bad. Like, it was one of the few times where I was trying in a way that was not smart. Like, I was pushing down a road I was pushing an uphill battle, essentially. I was not going with the grain, so to speak, cutting with the grain. I was definitely going against it at all possible course. But I never had that with Borderlands 3, and I had that with Wonderlands. But also, I think it's just my approach that changed drastically with Wonderlands. Again, considering what people would want the most, and yeah, like our torrent video is still performing excessively well. Yeah, but it's because I was like, I think this is the kind of build that I think people genuinely want. It's something that they can feel powerful using, and it kind of unlocks a whole type of playstyle. Also, the newest introduced playstyle, which is magic, and yeah. Low Ziggett says, GRINN, you watched ReZero. You should be used to watching the main character die, again and again and again. Yes, but that's different. That was different to me. Also, what is that connected to? Oh. Yeah, but see, he resets. It's not like he has a bum leg, you know? That might happen in season 2 where he actually has to, like, keep damage, but it's the fact that he dies and resets. The in the one anime that we're talking about, the tournament anime with the kind of like Baki situation happening, he's just straight up like slicing off his arms, basically. Not really, but he has like this thing where he goes into his mind palace essentially, and starts blowing out like candles, which is his like lifespan. Like each one of the candles, I think, represents a day that he could be alive, and he kind of goes like. Whew, and like just fucking blankets in the whole area, and then he's fighting like the Omega Lol fucking crazy goddamn animal king, who's just the best. He's like a demon. Then he's just like he's like blowing out all his candles, and you're like, stop it. Kind of has the same feeling as that meme that's like, if you press the button, you'll shorten your lifespan, but you'll get $1 million, and this person just fucking spamming the shit out of it, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry for whatever happened to you. Princess Connect is in the queue. Is that the one I'm thinking of, Lone Syndicate? Is there like a demon, short-haired, brunette, kind of demon person with eyes and horns and shit? Are we thinking of the same show? I don't know. Well, actually, I'm a little thrown off now. I was planning on taking a break from anime and watching The Boys, and now... Now I don't know what to watch. I had one queued up that I was gonna start. I can't remember what it was. It was after I finished this By the Grace of God, which is actually a very charming show. I don't know if it's for everybody, because it's kind of just like... it's a little like... Whereas I think like a Ranker of Kings does something exceedingly exceedingly special, and like kind of is like it kind of bridges the gap of what you like and what you dislike. I think what do you call it? This one is very much like you'd have to ignore the kind of childlike wonder trope, which is quite prevalent within the show. Very fun though. But I forgot what the other one I was gonna start watching was. I wanted to let you guys know so y'all could be like, it's good, it's terrible, it's the best. Let me know what your 2 thoughts were before I started. I'm gonna look actually. Bugging me. I had it here somewhere. I kept track of it. It was... Where was it? Not that one. Not that one. Oh, that was what. I was going to start watching either The Detective Is Already Dead, which is kind of like a fun romance thing, or Banished from the Hero's Party. I decided to live a life. Okay, I decided to live a life. It just banished from the Hero's Party. My God, that's the biggest title I've ever seen. Actually, holy shit. Yeah, but that's on the chopping block next, boys. I don't know if yeah. Also, just to give some like context, I am using in some ways anime as kind of like a breathing period from like literally waking up at 8 and then like reading a book and taking notes. Reviewing it 6 times, listening to it when I'm exercising, and then like doing a course essentially that's tied to it, like problems and stuff like that, and that's a lot of like I get too much. So the anime is helping me say stop it, which is nice, Malik says, yeah, she'll go God mode when she does anything that's kind of fighting her. Really? Oh, is she just like inherently blessed? Is that like the undertone? That's awesome. Lone Singer says, oh, Grin, I found out why Shield Hero Season 2 isn't getting talked about much, and apparently it's kind of slow-paced and boring. It doesn't get and doesn't get good till later episodes. Yeah, I could see that, Lone Syndicate. That's the kind of the feeling that I get. Like I think the first season conditioned people to like Malfumi was like becoming a merchant. Then he was meeting like this fucking benevolent chicken god, and then you got a new person, and now you're like dealing with this conflict. You're dealing with these fuckers that are fucking like ripping you up. And then in season 2, this is the context that I have a little bit, Lone Syndicate, but like. My brother read the books, and he's actually kind of pissed. He's like they skipped past so much shit. Like apparently, and maybe that's good, but I just like to me when a show is successful, you don't skip past shit. You like maybe do like 10% of it. You know, like you're like here's out of this entire saga, here are the cool highlights, and then we're just gonna do 3 days later, 10 weeks later, 2 years later. But you don't just go done. Done. All that, forget about it. 2-second recap. Bah, done. It's just weird, you know what I mean? Especially when a show is so successful. Shield Hero has like reached those heights. I think honestly Shield Hero might have reached past the heights of Overlord. And Overlord I think is awesome, like super good. I'm not sure if they're even the same thing, which I don't like to represent them, but yeah. So good. Buddy says, I like Shield. I love Shield Hero too. But season 2 I think has a lot going against it a little bit. I think season 2 also has the main guy is gone. The guy who voiced him originally, which is a shame. He's not gone. Sorry, he's dealing with I think a prostate cancer. I think. And I don't know. Does anybody know if they have like licensed him to come revoice the Malfumi? Because yeah. I feel like they would. Also, yeah, what do you call it? Well, this thing says, I watched episode 1 of Love After World Domination. Looks great. Looks fantastic. Looks like such a good show. Well, so you have to let me know how you feel about it, because yeah, I've seen that's on the list too for me. It looks very, very fun. It also looks like a really well, like there's some shows that like really nail progression. There's some shows that really nail like the trope that they're inhabiting, and there's some shows which have like expert world building, like this idea like you're interested, it's slowly unveiling the world to you as these characters kind of have these scenarios that take place. Some are big, some are less big, but it's still pretty engaging, and I feel like that show does a really good job. Even just seeing like little passive dubbed scenes of it seems like it's really good about like, even though we're following these two tiny characters in this big world, we're still getting like they interact with the biggest parts of the world almost. So it's like, holy shit, I feel like we're passively being a part of the big moving world essentially through these characters, which is fun. Also, is that it? That is not it. Oh. Boo. Alright. And this. Whew. Lone Sinket says, and honestly, I'm honestly hyped for the summer anime lineup. Yeah, man. Where games is kind of like slowly trickling, anime seems to be swinging for the rafters. It's been like that for a hot minute though. Like I feel like I'm in a place with anime that I can only watch if I wanted what I most find interesting. You know what I mean? Like everyone has their niches, and they're like, we're getting to a point of content on the internet. But I think largely with an anime right now, where it seems like you can have like you can specialize within your niche and like never exit it. Whereas beforehand, you're kind of like, no animes come out that's fit into like the zero to hero kind of show that's not like the most cringe thing on the planet. So you're like, I guess I'll watch this like romance anime, and you're like, actually pretty fucking huge. Awesome. But we're kind of coming close to where it's kind of like YouTube. You can just like stay forever within a community if you wanted. And yeah, which is both good and bad. I think it's good when you know that and you're like, okay, let's take a step outside of that. Let's make sure to like jump around. Because I find that when I watch like a zero to hero kind of anime all the time, I find it starts to like feel boring essentially and like meaningless. Because I'm like, oh, I see the tropes so often. That's why I throw in like some romance anime. You spice things up intentionally. You introduce chaos into your life. And Grin, you think those anime titles are long? Wait until you see the ones coming in this summer? Man, woof. I don't know. Because isn't the whole point, is it supposed to like give information? It's basically like the back of the manga abbreviation of the story, like in the title. That way you're just basically getting all of the premise of the show rather than like 0-10. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? It's like mechs. Or can I beat the world's strongest man in a mech or something? You're like, got it. Understood what this is kind of about. Or like trapped in a dating sim. You're like, got it. Easy. Whereas when it's like, my life as an adventure as I die and then reincarnate, and you're like, kill me. Kill me. Who's having a stroke whilst reading this? Too much. I get too much information. Eventually we're just gonna get jot notes as a title. Isekai, woman, video game, tank roll. Tell me you don't know that fucking anime, you bastards. Okay. My eye. This. Where is it? This. I'm picking up random garbage. Oh, I just seen it. There was another one there. There we go. Oh, we got it. We got one. Nice. That was, I think I seen it, unless I'm blind. Also, we got bony faces and stuff here. Nice. I think we got one. Let us see. Liquid cooling. Disgust me. We have that. Is this it? Yes. We got the Butterboom. Actually, that's pretty huge. That's pretty huge. That is something usable. It's not primordial, but it is ×3. Unfortunately, we only have 2 shots. But, you know, something, I guess. But we actually succeeded a little bit. It would be cool if it was primordial and also had, like, anything else passively. Like, sometimes I think you can get, like, multiple stickies do increased damage or something. But, you know, you can't win them all. Whatever. Bone face. I know I seen you somewhere. We also have trash. So much trash. Easy. Whew. Booty says, my favorite anime this season is basically Thura Saki, but I enjoy it very. What is it? What is it about? What is it about? Hit me with it. And think about it. And thinking about it, actually, it fits. It's called Trapped in a Dating Sim. Oh, is that what it's called? Yeah, I love. Man, I'm so excited to watch that show. That show seems like it has a very. Sounds weird to say, but a very charming asshole main character, where it's kind of hard to find that balance of like, this guy is a doucher, and it's the other time where like, I kind of like seeing this person just say, hey, fuck you in particular, fucking get away from me. Okay, I'm gonna destroy you. Get away. And I can't wait to watch that show. It looks like a great one. Let's see what it says. Also, I watched episode 1 of After World Domination. I read that. We have talked about the anime as well. Trapped in a Dating World. Going through the mobs. Yes. Yeah, that one. Oh, so that's the whole name. That's so fucking long too. Why do they need the last bit? Trapped in a dating sim. I get it. Why does it need like world's hard for? I guess it makes sense. Like, you could just say as an NPC. Trapped in a dating sim as an NPC, rather than hard for mobs. Like, what the fuck? What's happening? Do we have time to? Yeah, we do. Let's play time. We could get a Primordial one, maybe. Lone Syndicate says, I like it like the Romeo and Juliet story of things going on where their hero and the dude and the villain and the woman are in love with each other, but it's forbidden love. Yeah. Do you know what the Romeo and Juliet effect is in regards to social dynamics, Lone Syndicate? I'm curious. I mentioned this very quickly in one video, and it was long as shit, and I'm just wondering if anybody knows what it is. Let's get S3. S3 says, how are you liking the game so far? Is it worth picking up? Tiny Tina's Wonderlands? I like it a lot, but it has a really good base game. I think if you're just getting it for like the base game experience, it's fantastic. But if you're trying to dig into an end game experience, we have yet to see any sort of signal that they're going to change the game. Because for me, basically, I think the base game is really fun. You're gonna get a lot out of it. If you like co-op games, if you want to have people to play with, it seems like a really good co-op game as well. And it's like systems and stuff like that are very fun. As far as its end game, I feel like it started off as one of the best end games in all of Borderlands and is quickly becoming honestly one of the worst. But that could just be me. But again, I think if you wait for it to come on sale, I think it's a very good buy. I will say, do not buy Mirror Mysteries. It's the DLC for it. It's not much of a DLC, and if I could take back my purchase of it, probably would, because I would hate to. I don't like that I signaled in some ways that was good enough content-wise. I believed what they were saying about like regenerating things, and honestly, if they would have executed it in a way that trickled out legendaries to you and made you kind of like one by one, week by week, having a new weapon to play with, having a new gear to play with, I would have liked it better. But I think it's a game worth buying, or having, I should say. It's fun, but yeah, if you're wanting a Borderlands experience that's very endgame driven, it's good and bad. At least in my opinion. I kind of like the chillness of Borderlands 3's like scaling, and also the boss farming. It's calm. It's not like you're having to take 1,000 curses just to make sure your run's somewhat optimal, even though you're gonna spend all your money and not get something really good at the end. I'm being a little bit negative now, but it's just because I've been grinding for a while. But yeah, my first week of it, I loved it to bits, and it was very fun. Buddy says, yeah, that's the one, so good. Like Romeo and Juliet. Says Lone Secret. Lone Secret says, I have 2 anime that I'm looking forward to the most in the summer. My number 1 is The Maid I Recently Hired is Mysterious, and I read the first volume of the manga and loved it. Hit me with it. What is it about? What is it about, Lone? Say, hit me with it, please. Please. What is this anime manga about? You have a strange maid. I feel like the Duke of Death did something to both of us. Okay. Although I don't know if it was the goth situation happening or if it was the... I think it was the goth situation happening, to me at least. Oh, I know. An anime that describes the description you're making. You just called out, yeah, Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I maxed out my defense. That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. I feel like my jot notes were a little bit less. Honestly, you just need like video. Yeah, honestly, actually, that title actually is one of the ones that seems like it's somewhat reasonable. I just don't like the ones that seem like they go, like, they give you the premise and then they're like, here's more. And you're like, why? It's already long as shit. Let's try roguelike. Yeah, we have 3 lives. Might be able to pull it off. Yeah, no worries, S3. Hope you enjoy the game if you consider buying it. Also, hope I can see more of you. You seem lovely. League says, I gotta go, but Domestic Girlfriend OP is too good for that. I have not watched that one. That one I've heard a lot of weird things about. Is that the right one I'm thinking of? I don't know. There's one that's like, it's an anime where, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, there was an anime where basically it was... Oh, now I lost it. I had it in my head and it just disappeared. Yeah. Oh no, that was what it was. No, I'm thinking of Rent-A-Girlfriend. That's what it's called. God, anime's so weird. But yeah, I'm thinking of Rent-A-Girlfriend. Is what I'm thinking of. That one had a lot of people who it's like the harem archetype, but I think they made it too good of a job on making some of them because people got pitchforky and mad about where things were going. Let's go with Nasty Smell. Lone Sinkin says, nope, I feel the same. Had a great start, but as far as right now, not so good. Yes, yeah, that is my sense on the game quite a bit. But again, to me, like, to me, I don't want. I don't know. Like, if they leave the state of Tiny Tina's Wonderland as is right now, I will be very. They'll have burned a lot of the goodwill that they got from me by creating Tiny Tina's Wonderland. You know what I mean? Where like it was such a cool idea with the spells and the casting and this and then that. But just that like just the chaos system and having like chaos loot, primal loot, all that stuff is just messy, like so messy. And it does not make endgame fun. I would rather have variability hand over fist than like always looking at a legendary and being like, it's chaotic. It's chaotic. And I'm playing at the very max tier, you know? So yeah. But but with that being said, though, that's the reason I'm not throwing in the towel is because they could take away the mayhem scaling or fix it. Maybe just give you a higher chance to get primordial so it actually feels like you're able to like be excited and have a high likelihood of excitement when going into seeing a legendary drop finally. Stuff like that, you know? Bolty says, I absolutely love Rent-A-Girlfriend. I was about to say Bolty. I heard a lot of good things from it, but I also hear a lot of people get like real pitchforky about who is best girl and yeah. And yeah. S3 says, yeah, Def found you through Let Diaries. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed them. I can't wait to play Death first with some of you guys, so hopefully that'll be fun. Bully says, I absolutely loved Rent-A-Girlfriend. How can someone be mad about? I think it was not so much mad, so much it was about I think the main girl has a tsundere kind of type thing. I think people got frustrated with that, but then some people were like, no, that's the best part about it because she genuinely cares or something. I don't know. It was like the classic thing. It was like, to me, it was a symptom of good writing in a way, but in the same sense, people get really like, what the fuck? I think it ended with that. I think it was like similar to The Devil Works as a Part-Timer, where they did too good of a job about selling and like remedying the relationships of certain characters as the story was developing, to where like people got vested interest in certain characters, and the fact that they didn't interact with each other or they didn't end up with each other, people got really upset. And I always feel like, I don't know why, I always feel like you could have like a canon ending, but to me, I don't know how many. Like, I feel like people all they would need is like 2 panels. like a couple panels, a couple pages just to says like, this is what happens in this timeline. Like, it's not like you're gonna continue the story, and if you are, you could just have a canon ending. Like, it seems like what do you call it? Authors are like, fuck it. Especially with harem shows where like the whole premise is, let me sell characters to you the best I possibly can. That's like the number one reason why most harem shows only get a season 1. It's because nobody wants to see the conclusion, because it's like, oh no, best girl isn't best girl or something, you know? People are wonderful and very strange. Lone Syndicate says, it's about this little boy who lives alone with his maid who he thinks is hiding something, but she really isn't. She takes good care of the kid, but she does she does tease him and it goes along. Okay. I don't know if I like that as much as the Duke of Death premise, because it kind of just seems like it's like a, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, is it just like, is it hilarious? Is that what it is, Lone Syndicate? Is it like very funny? Is it like a goofy kind of show where it's like, hey, you know, he's always, you know, pondering too heavily into things, and yeah, like I could see that being a really fun premise if they handle it in a similar way to Spy X Family with Anna, who's like crazy imagination, but also kind of it's real. She's also like, what the fuck? Like, it's not that my imagination is crazy, it's just that like my world is crazy. I was hearing something in a storytelling interview at some point, which is very interesting. It was basically like, when it comes to storytelling, you have to have a normal family in a crazy world, or a crazy world and a normal family, or a normal situation, which is interesting. But yeah, I thought that's a really interesting way to put it. Also, Spectral Vengeance is asking for trouble, but yeah. Ugh. Okay, so yeah, it's a funny type anime. Gotcha. Yeah, so I could see if they did the same like kind of context as Spy X Family, that could be really fun. Man, I can't wait for Spy X Family to end. I really hope, Lone Syndicate, you yell at me when it's finished. Granted, I think the dub needs to like a little bit of time to catch up. I don't think I'll binge it in one day, so I think, well, I might, but yes. But I do want to see. As soon as it's done, I want to go hard in the paint. God damn it! That would have worked actually. Oh, pixies!
Next time, learn to pick an easier path. My spell's ready.
Oh no! Stop it! Why did you recover? There we go. Whew. Ba 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 ba. They do make the maid kind of harder. Yeah, see, that's the, I don't know, man. That's to me like, there's so much stuff in anime which is like all kinds of stuff, but I'm at the point where I can just like I can avoid it. I can just be like, they're just really nice or something. You know, I can MacGyver my brain to say, stop it, yucky, yucky, yucky. No, I don't want to ruin this whole experience, so we're just gonna block it out. But the whole like I think it's Shota. It's like the tiny, yeah. It to me, I don't know what it is. Both seem horrifying and very fucked up. But like that one is the one that I think people are like, Steve, this is okay, and I'm like, I don't know, fam. Why do we gotta do it like this? This is weird. Although I guess it can be done in such a way that is like an homage to kind of a kid being interested in stuff like that, but without it being kind of predatory, like almost as a kid's naivety, rather than like a person enabling that set of naivety, which to me seems a little like yucky, a little, yeah, gross. But yeah. Red Girlfriend season 2 comes out this summer as well, and yes, people did get up in flames about the best girl is, but that's what you have to deal with all. Yeah, I must say, yeah, but also, does it have that is it? I was wondering why people have that feeling. Is it because of the manga, or is it because of I wonder why people got uppity about the outcome. In season 1, does it end with him choosing, and that kind of is like, oh, now everyone is kind of like a side character, or is it like the manga did something and then they're like, I know how the story's gonna end, change it kind of idea. Oh, my body. Lone says, yes, you still have about 4 weeks. Ooh. To Spike's family. Hey, Saints Row and Spike's family will correlate quite well, which is fun, but yeah, a little bit also painful.
Catastrophe at my command!
Go, my pixies. I can need to break my shield in order for me to get the little bonus from my dangs. More spell damage. Hurry up, damn you. Easy peasy. Oh, stop it. That break. Actually, we finished. It would be fine. We would have been fine. Whoo. And death. Bop. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Buddy said, I'm hyped. Can't wait. Can't wait for not Spy, for Rent a Girlfriend. Yeah. I mean, I've heard a lot of good things from that show. But man, there's so many good shows that I've heard so many fun things about. And again, I could see if I'm the person that likes, I found enjoyment in that. I like that quite a lot. So I'm kind of just sitting here like, God damn it, I guess I'll have to wait a little bit before I can watch this or that show. Also, this magic missile, I think it might be Elemental Blast. What does this be? Oh, if only, see that's what I mean. Like I hope there's spells that are like that I can find like the best version of that also has, because that's a 14-second cooldown. That's not that bad. But if we had 2 charges, then we could just go pow, pow. But also, I think there's like there's a special thing that you can get. Also, there's food here. Would you guys be upset with me if I ended the stream a little short? There's food there for me. Let's get this, and then we'll get after this. Also, we got a little bit more crystals there. I think I made a point to collect the things before I pick them up, which is like get a curse and then take the crystals. I'm not sure, Grin. Wait, let me check. What? Nope, Grin. My bad. You have 2 weeks. I thought it was that 4 weeks sounded a lot, but yeah, the 2 weeks sounds more right. After left, the episode 10 comes out tomorrow. In 2 weeks, you can enjoy Spike. Ooh, I think I might start the second week, depending on how fast I binge. I feel like I want another chaos anime. You know what I mean? I want to watch the Banished from the. Okay, have you watched that Lone Stick? Banished from the Heroes Party? Has anyone here watched it? Finished it, I should say. Because I'm wondering how it ends. Because if it ends with some bullshittery of like on cliffhanger, that's gonna be a little bit of like, maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll wait for it to be season 2 or something. Also, how are you enjoying the Realist Hero Loan Syndicate? I have, but I dropped it. Is that one of those? Shit. I'm pretty good about finishing some shows, though, so I hope I can push through it. But yeah, that's not a judgment on you, Bolty, by the way. I get it. What is the anime that I stopped watching? I can't remember. A lot of the times it's ones that are Netflix ones. Like I think there was one that I don't remember. It's been a while. I used to have a bad problem with not finishing shows, just generally. But it wasn't because I didn't like them; it was because I liked them. It was because I didn't want it to end, so I stopped ahead of time. So I didn't, get like, oh, it's over now. C3 says, yeah, I dropped it too. I got kind of slow. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, because I feel like, to me, my brother watched it and he told me the premise is like, okay, some shit's like basically the idea of the show, unless I'm mistaken, is the guy gets kicked out of the Heroes Party by a doucher who undervalues him because he's not getting stronger. But turns out he is like the linchpin that held everybody together, because as well, maybe he wasn't strong, but he was like the strategist and the tactician and the person that knew where to position people to be like to make everything happen. And to me, the thing that would keep me watching is my brother was telling me that he can't wait when he was watching it. He was telling me that he couldn't he was excited to see when the hero finally reconnects with him. And I think that happens towards the that last couple episodes where she finally connects with him again, and you're like, she's like there's my fucking person, because I think he left with a note, so she didn't get to talk to him and be like, stop it. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I think that might be true. Or maybe he leaves and she doesn't know why he left even still, and then she kind of figures it out and she's like, you rat fuck. But the show to me has a lot of cool ideas, like the fucking hero's like a badass fucking like just completely shadowed person. Like she looks empty in moments, you know what I mean? Where like that is not very heroic looking, but also kind of rad, you know. But yeah. Oh, we got another Butterboom. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. My things are screaming. My little, what are they called? I don't know what they're called. My lich. My lich is yelling at me. He's like, which I love, by the way. Also, I think one of our liches is actually voiced by, it's the Pro ZD, I think is his name. Is that right? I think so. Which is awesome. He's the same guy who I think voiced Flack, or I don't know if it's the lich or something else. I think it's lich. One of the voices of the lich. I think if you pick like man or woman, it changes, or something. We'll drop that. We'll drop this liquid cooling. Sure. If it was ×3, I would take it or try it at least. Butterboom ×2 though. Also, it's not. It's this time. It's six bullets. What about this? Not good. This not good. Not good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Not a very good last run, but that'll be it for the stream. I have food waiting for me. Yeah, Demi Lich is voiced by Aaron. That's what it was. Sorry, not Pro ZD, the wrong one. it was that. Yeah, it was Great Game Grumps. Sorry, that was. I think it was someone. I think maybe it was you, Fluff, who posted that in the chat. Right. That makes sense. Sorry. I was like, that didn't sound right because it didn't sound anywhere near him. But yeah, it was Aaron, which makes way more sense. But ladies and gentlemen, let's wind down. But I did want to let you guys know that there is a video coming out about the new build right now, as soon as the stream has ended, about Torrent, or not Torrent. It's called, I didn't really know what to call it. This is one of those builds where if you guys have a better name, please tell me. I called it, a Blizzard Storm, because it's kind of like tornado shit or whatever. Not a great name, but it is what it is. The thumbnail looked, okay, let me show you guys this. I was really disappointed with our last thumbnail because I was rushing it and I didn't really feel like it popped. But I made this thumbnail. I think motherfucker popped. Okay. Check this thumbnail out. I can't zoom that in that much, but it looks nice, I think. Look at this. Look at this one. This one looks nice. I didn't put the backdrop of this bit right here, so then I had to do it here. But look at that. Pops a little bit. The thing that sucks is this thumbnail. Looks real, like pulls your eye in a little bit. Especially when it's not around a bunch of other like similar thumbnails with the same kind of name. Also, it's Whirlwind Blizzard is what I call it. Sorry, but the thing that sucks is that this thumbnail is actually really nice, and I'm worried that what do you call it? It's the build is kind of like it didn't really perfectly work as much as it could have. Like, it's good if they ever do slightly adjust ability damage, and it still works. It's just not the kind of like, yes. Like, when you're using it, things are like, everything's sequencing. It's kind of that weird variability of sometimes the tornadoes can like lock on something and devour it. And other times it seems like it's taking a little bit too long to kill something. It's, again, not really. It's still like, it'll take maybe like 30 seconds, but but still, it's people's minds like, that's forever. But yeah. I like the thumbnail the way that turned out. It's kind of slow. Lone Ski said, Banned from the Hero Party. I have never watched it myself, but it's in the queue. And I hear it's okay. I have only ever dropped one anime in my 2 years of getting into anime. Lone Ski, let me tell you, you have been getting into anime. Like, in. It always shocked me when I heard your first anime. Like, it blew my mind. You have no idea. I think I mentioned it a little bit. But when you first told me that your first anime was Love Triangle, I was just like, that came out like a couple of years ago. Like, what? And I was like, that means you've only been watching anime for like a year or 2 years or something. And I'm like, shit. Or the minimum like 3 years. And I was like, you know a lot. You've been grinding. Okay. Fluff said the Demi Lich is voiced. All right. S3 says, oh, I did get that part when they reunited. The issue with the show is the most of the main story comes from the first episode, then it's all blown. Oh, I see. I get that. That makes sense. Let's think it says, go get food, Grim. I am going to eat as well. Enjoy. Thank you, Lone Syndicate. Fluff says, Whirlwind Blizzard is good. Thank you. I was hoping to be okay. I would say enjoy your food. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Please go give, if you're already into builds, then go give love to the build. It's a quick video, by the way. It's like 10 minutes, if that. Because again, it's something that we did it. It works, but it's not a good answer, I didn't think. Which hopefully next build with guns, we already kind of have a good test build for Moxie showing that guns are really good. So we should be good to have a pistol gun build specifically, hopefully. Also, I kind of want to do a pistol mage, like magic kind of build, hopefully. See if that can work. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for your time. Hopefully I can see you tomorrow. We're going to be streaming over at twitch.tv with our hangout stream, kind of just doing what we did here, shooting the shit, having a fun time. Hopefully I can see you there. Thank you kindly for your time, and goodbye.